Oh, let me get that on.
Yeah.
Let's go wait a year. You know. You have another one and say, you know, it's back. So come this time, don't miss it.
I'll be back.
No, just chat. And then walk in and say, that's not funny.
Hey, that's the way it works, though, right?
That's what it's funny because it's also
Yeah.
Well, we're there, so they're not muted. Because here, of my own state. This is from. Their time. We do ours 7. It's almost 2 hours.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Good keystone a little bit. I'm facing a little bit. We can't. You know, just down a little bit.
I've never told you you're the man.
Yeah, bring it down a little bit. Let me get the lighting right. There we go. That's much better. That's better.
I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think.
What?
Those speakers sound really good.
They do sound good.
Those have been in here the whole time, right? So you didn't bring those from home.
That's
I've
what,
got extra speakers. We need to put it up.
what's cool about this room is like I don't have to bring much stuff. It's like
I do like that.
it's like I really like that.
I do like that about the good set. Don't touch it.
Nope, don't touch it. Don't touch it now. Toss it up. Working. Get your,
What time do you normally start the video?
huh?
Is it like 7:15 on the nose? I got like probably 2 or 3 people that should be online tonight.
Check the audio. We're good.
Magic is the audio. People figuring it out on their end. Yeah. Do they get those little tones or something like I do?
Yeah. Yeah, it does take a little while to figure it out.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna leave it.
You know, and just we'll see.
Today was 260. And just walk back.
He's not in. So there's a long way. Wow. How you doing? Right here. You like water?
Oh, yes, there's a lot.
Real good.
They just want
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi, my name is Sherry Passmore, and I am actually a Ruby with Kayani. And I am so glad that you all are here. If you don't mind, just go ahead and whip out your best friend there. Put it on, as Casey says, put it on stun. Put it on silent for us. And we're gonna have a little bit of fun tonight. And actually, what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to introduce you to somebody that has been an amazing mentor to me. This gentleman, one of my favorite things about being in this business is actually the people that I've gotten to meet and the friends that I've made and the people that you get to surround yourself with, because a very wise person said that you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang out with most, right? So why not pick those people way up there? Why not pick people that give you something to really achieve and strive for? This person is actually, although he's pretty young, he's about 28 years old, he's already earned over $1 million, close to $2 million with our company, with Kayani. He's inspired thousands and thousands of lives. He digs in with us. He gives us mentoring on a regular basis. He's very humble and personable, has the most beautiful wife probably on planet Earth, nobody else hit me, and a beautiful daughter. And he is actually at the age of 28 already founded a 501(c) that is just knocking out charity causes all over the place. That's a big thing too. He's gracious and he's one of my friends. And so I'd like to welcome at this time Miles Stallard.
I'm excited to be here. So, first off, can we give it back to Sherry for that introduction? Oh, man. Welcome. Hi, good to see you. Awesome, guys. So, like I said, I'm super excited to be here. I'm excited to share with you guys the business opportunity and also what this product is doing for people, because I can tell you I've been doing this business now for 3.5, going on 4 years, and I have seen literally the most incredible testimonials in so many different ways, not just from what this product's doing and not just what this business is doing, but from so many other avenues, which I'm going to be sharing with you guys as well. But first off, let me kind of share with you guys a little bit of who I am. So yes, that is my family. That is my beautiful wife and my beautiful daughter. She's like, wow. Love it. So these are just a few pictures, lifestyle, and really what this business has done for me. But kind of going into my story. So yes, I am 28 years old. I live in Dallas, Texas, really Frisco. You guys know where that's at. Grew up in Granbury, Texas. Graduated from the University of North Texas. Got my degree in medical rehab. I was supposed to do physical therapy. That was the plan. But my senior year, I did an internship. And I realized physical therapy was not really what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So like most people these days, I got my degree, never used it. Went into insurance instead as a commercial and residential claims specialist. And I ran catastrophe claims independently. I was doing very well for myself. 24, already breaking a 6-figure income. Thought everything was figured out. Thought that was going to be my career, what I was going to do for the rest of my life. And then one day I was cruising to my Facebook, and I came across an old friend of mine by the name of David Nieves. Now, David is actually the second top money earner here in the United States with what we've got going on. And saw he was driving an Audi R8, $200,000 car. So, of course, me being 24, seeing this on my Facebook, I'm like, what the heck is going on? I looked into it, saw he was doing network marketing. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was very negative about it, very skeptical. I've heard of the Herbalifes, the Advocares, Amways, Mary Kays. I can go on for days. I've heard of this stuff before. I've always heard there was also money to be made in network marketing. I've just never seen it. So when I first saw it, threw it to the side with the whole, if it seems too good to be true, probably is type of attitude, right? And about a week later, I came across David's Facebook again. And this was kind of when the light bulb went off. I'm like, okay, I know this guy. He's obviously having a lot of success. I'd be crazy not to at least give him a call, pick his brain a little bit, see what this whole Kayani thing is, because I've never heard of it. And sure enough, I did. He gets me in front of James Bradford. And that's all it took. Honestly, being 24, I saw the success. I saw the lifestyle. I saw so many people winning on levels that I've never even seen before in my entire life. I thought it was amazing. And so that's what got me started. And figured, what the heck, I had nothing to lose, so let's do this thing. So I did, and Sherry kind of said it all. First 18 months, made my first $1 million with this. And really that's just our top position. We actually have 2 positions in this business between me and my wife. Whole family is very involved in this as well. Diamonds and higher, all 6-figure earners. And I know I'm talking a lot about money, but as I kind of dive into this, you'll see the money comes because of what we're doing, what the product's doing. And but that's what got me started. I saw the success, and it's been absolutely amazing. It's been such a blessing, and I've been able to travel all over the world with Kayani, and it's it's super awesome. So, but first off, my question to you guys, for the guests in the room, is why are you here? Are you looking for making residual income, extra income, right? Maybe you're looking to improve your health. Maybe you want more time and freedom, right? And maybe you just want to impact someone's life. Maybe you're looking for the significance. Something John Maxwell said. If you don't know, John Maxwell is the #1 leadership coach of all time. Written more books on leadership than really anybody. And but what he says, once you taste significance, success will never matter again. And I can tell you, like I said, I got started because I saw the success here. But what drives me every single day and what drives me in this business is the thank yous and the text messages and the calls that I get every single morning from the impact that this business is doing and also what this product is doing for people all over the world. So the significance behind this is absolutely amazing. And we have literally every single one of those points, whatever you're looking for, I can promise you one way or the other, you'll see Kayani will can definitely give that to you. So diving right into it, this is our battle cry. Now, did you know in 2018, the United States spent more than $360 billion on prescriptions? Now, Americans account for 5% of the world population, but yet we buy more than 50% of pharmaceutical drugs. Now, I'm sure we can all agree that we clearly have an epidemic here, right? Now, physicians frequently diagnose chronic diseases that are directly impacted by your diet and nutrition. Some of the top health problems in the United States are heart disease, cancer, arthritis, stroke, diabetes. Now, all these our product is proven to help with, right? Now, in focus is shifting from pharmaceutical treatment to natural care, and prevention. So this is our battle cry. This is what we're doing. We're getting people off of pharmaceutical drugs. We're helping people stay away from having to take pharmaceutical drugs. In fact, to kind of backtrack a little bit, go back to my family. My whole family thought I was crazy when I first started this. In fact, my dad, no joke, literally thought I was going to go to jail because I started making so much money with this. He's like, there's no way this is possible. My mom, she called me a name I'm not going to repeat here. She made fun of me. Sister and brother-in-law, they made fun of me. My wife, girlfriend at the time, she actually almost broke up with me. Okay, she did Herbalife back in the day. Horrible experience, with nothing to do with network marketing. And so everybody thought I was crazy. But once they started seeing the success, they started seeing the testimonials of what this product was doing. That's whenever my parents said, okay, obviously the products must be worth at least giving a shot. My dad's 64 years old, arthritis from head to toe. This product has done miracles for my dad. Okay, so he gets excited about it. He shares it with one friend out of West Palm Beach, and my dad overrides South Florida. My mom doesn't take Ambien anymore. She's sleeping better than she ever has in her entire life. Now, this is a big testimonial within my family because the sleeping, that's been a big deal growing up. My mom was always having to take naps, always trying, like, it was a big, anyways. My wife doesn't take anxiety medication anymore. I don't take Adderall anymore. My favorite testimonial in my family is actually my wife's grandmother. Okay, so I guess my grandmother-in-law. Now, I ask this almost every presentation, and it's like a 50-50 answer. Is grandmother-in-law even a word? Does anybody know that? Sure. Yeah, right? Yeah, never seen it, right? Anyway, so she has COPD. Her lung capacity went up 2%. Now, if you know anything about COPD, that doesn't happen. Okay, her doctors are in Kyani because of that. In fact, we have another doctor who's gotten over 60 patients off of pharmaceutical drugs because of Kyani. Documented paperwork, so it's legit, right? And we also have the #1 neurosurgeon in the world who is also in Kyani, based out of West Palm Beach. So Kyani is definitely backed by lots of science, lots of doctors and things of that sort. So, but that's what we're doing. We're getting people off of pharmaceutical drugs and preventing people from having to take them, right? So this is our product. So I'm going to dive into the product, the superstar of Kyani, and really why we are where we're at. So Sunrise, the very first product, it contains 22 superfoods. It's literally juicing in a pouch. Okay, the main ingredient is the Wadalaskan blueberry. Okay, so very high in antioxidants, absolutely amazing, tastes amazing, kids love it, and it's simple. You rip it, you sip it, you're on your way. You don't have to mix it with anything. Okay, so and like I said, kids literally love this thing, and obviously you take it in the morning, hence the name Sunrise, and just absolutely amazing. Probably make you feel good all day, and give you energy throughout the day as well. Now, this is what is the nutritional value that is inside this 1 ounce pack of Sunrise that you take every morning. Now, no, there's not 25 cups of cabbage in this 1 ounce pack, but the nutritional value, you're talking about having to pay over $500 for groceries just to match this nutritional value. Okay, so this is everything that's in there. I'm not going to dive into it, but I mean, we're talking about 17 eggs, 80 cups of broccoli, 61 cups of avocados. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to just eat 80 ounces of sardines, right? I hope not. Okay, so, but that's the Sunrise. Now, the next product is the Nitro. This product alone, we could easily become a billion-dollar company just from this. Okay, so nitric oxide, our bodies naturally produce nitric oxide. But the older we get, the less we produce. Okay, this is why kids, they can run circles around us all day, full of energy. It's nitric oxide. It's also why they heal a whole lot faster than us. Right? They fall down, get bumps, scrapes, bruises. They heal within a couple of days. It takes us a lot longer, right? That's nitric oxide. Okay, so what this product does is it increases your body's natural production of nitric oxide, which allows your body to absorb more oxygen. Now, when your body absorbs more oxygen, it's going to do everything better, right? Defends, maintains, repairs every single cell in your body, and it defends against what we call angiogenesis. Now, what angiogenesis is the multiplication and duplication of bad cells, cancers, tumors, growths, things of that sort. Now, we can't make any health claims. We can't say that we cure anything, but when you see what this product's doing for people, when you see what it does for yourself, you can form your own opinion, because if you ask me, I'm going to tell you all kinds of things, because I've literally seen this product do amazing, amazing things. So that's the Nitro. Also, nitric oxide, just so you guys know, was awarded the Nobel Prize just for the discoveries on what it does to the human body. Okay, so amazing. It's considered the molecule of life, actually. So now Sunset. This is my absolute favorite product to talk about, and here's why. It is the #1 fish oil in the entire world. Okay, won the Monday Selection Grand Gold Quality Award. So what that means, out of 3,500, yeah, it won it twice. They give it out every 3 years. Won it in 15, just won it in 2018. Okay, so, but It is absolutely amazing. So out of 3,500 of the very best fish oils in the world, we have literally the #1. Only way you get this is through a Kayani distributor, because again, we are privately owned. Okay, so it's another reason why we're having so much success with the business side, because if you want the best of any of these products, you have to go through one of us. Okay, so, but why is this so good? First off, it's not derived from the typical anchovy, sardine, mackerels, anything that you see at GNC, Walmart, or any kind of like store. That's what you're typically getting. We're talking about farm-raised fish. If you've ever seen farm-raised fish, like just Google it when you leave here. You'll never have anything that's farm-raised again, I promise. So it's derived from the wild Alaskan sockeye salmon. Purest fish for your heart with a vegetarian diet. So it's not high in mercury. You're not going to get the fish burns that you would get from a typical fish oil. Okay, they're small, little amber colored, because first off, they are cold pressed instead of heat pressed, so it keeps all of its nutrients, as well as a plant-based gel cap opposed to a lard-based gel cap. Okay, so again, small, looks like little red jelly beans. But the reason why this is literally the #1 fish oil in the world is because it contains 100% tocotrienols. Now, tocotrienols is an all-natural form of vitamin E. Now, any kind of vitamin E you've ever had before is a synthetic form of vitamin E called tocopherol, or some people call it tocopherol. So this is one of the most studied molecules in the world right now, just for its cancer-fighting properties and things of that sort. So, absolutely amazing product. This is something that people literally see results on very, very quickly, typically within 7 days. With this, you're going to give you better sleeping, joints, inflammation, things of that sort. So, absolutely amazing. So that's Sunset. And then we have our skincare line, which is actually, this is super cool because this is brand spanking new. This just came out not even 2 years ago. And this is based off the Swiss apple stem cell. Swiss apple's proven to last 3 times longer than a typical apple. Okay, so you have the day cream, which is like a brightening cream, the night cream, which is a rejuvenating cream. You have the serum, which is a cell turnover. You have the cleanser, which of course is a cleanser, and you also have the eye cream, which is a tightening cream. Now, my mom, she can talk about this all day long. She's an esthetician, which, by the way, both of my parents, Diamonds in the company, which you'll see here in a second, they still do this business ridiculously part-time. Whenever I say part-time, they do it like sometimes. They just like showing up to the events because it's a lot of fun. This business is like a lot of fun. But anyways, she talks about this all the time. Because whenever we first launched this, my dad or my mom already built a huge business from the Triangle of Health alone. Okay, but whenever we released Fluoresce, it kind of made my mom nervous because she's an esthetician. She has all pharmaceutical graded skincare lines. Okay, so it really made her nervous, like how is she going to push this against all of her other products? And well, now she's gotten rid of all of her products except for one that she has to use for like microdermabrasions. I don't know that word, but anyway, so she has one product that she uses. Everything else is strictly Fluoresce, and her practice is doing better than it has ever done because of the power of this product. So my mom will talk about this literally for days, but that's the skincare line. And now kind of going into the business side of things, and which I'm really excited to share with you guys. And I'm going to kind of go ahead and make a disclaimer because I will be throwing out some crazy numbers because one thing's for sure, we make some crazy money. The money cap here is unlimited. So it's pretty exciting what we have from a financial standpoint, but I do want you guys to understand that the reason why we're winning is because literally these products, it's not just some dumb product that's making us money. Like this product's literally changing people's lives. And you're going to see that because I'm about to bring up a couple of testimonials. And you'll see like how powerful this product is. And so Joanne and Sherry, will y'all come up and share y'all's testimonials for me? If we can give them a round of applause.
Hi, I'm Joanne Faircloth, and some of you have heard my story, but so I have arthritis. I had arthritis. I have no pain, and I don't take anything but Kayani. It's unbelievable. My sister has suffered with migraines her entire life. She has not had a migraine in 2 years. Alan and I go to a cardiologist every year. We have stress tests, carotid, echo, blood work. So this year, we do that in the first of the year. This year when we went to get the results, it takes 3 visits. Dr. Dukeman looks at it and he says, stress test is perfect. Carotid is perfect. Your echo is perfect. Your blood work is perfect. He said, I can't have you come back in a year. He said, let's make it 2 years. He pulls Alan's paperwork out. We go through the same thing. 2 years. Now he does take some blood pressure medicine. Even with that, he told him to come back in 2 years. Now that's unbelievable. And then I'm top it off because this week I had bone density test done. And I would do this every year also. So this year, she looks at it, she says, Joanne, it is so good. She said, there's no reason for you to do one next year. She said, let's do it in 2 years. So now I'm a 2-year person.
Hi, hey, you guys look familiar. So again, I'm Sherry Passmore, and I actually am a nutritionaholic. So I started studying that when I was in college, and really just loved how everything fit together with the macronutrients, the micronutrients, and what they made your body do. And it just intrigued me so much that I've read everything I could get my hands on for the next 20 years. And I've been accused of being a walking encyclopedia of nutrition. So when my dad called me up and said that he had Crohn's disease, I was like, all right, we're going to buckle down and we're going to figure out how to beat this thing. And so I got to work and started looking up everything and sent him a bunch of different supplements and said, okay, you're going to have to get off of sugar, you're going to have to get off the gluten, and there's no more milk for you because that's inflammatory. And that lasted 2 weeks, maybe. And so after that, I don't know, I was kind of at a loss of what to do. I was like, shoot, I guess he's going to have to start taking some of these huge, like life-affecting prescription medications. And that is when I overheard Mr. Saji telling somebody else that he knew somebody that had Crohn's, that he had no idea what was going on in my life. But I overheard him saying, well, she had Crohn's and she doesn't have it anymore. And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, Kayani. And that's when I had to eat some crow, because he had already come over to my house. He had already said, look at this stuff. And I said, no, thanks. I got it handled. Here's my massive cabinet of nutraceutical products. I got it handled. A to zinc. Good. You go with your blueberry self, and I'll talk to you later. I said, okay, fine. Maybe I don't know everything. What's in this? And that's when it started getting really interesting, because I didn't know you could actually pack that many antioxidants in one little packet. Also, this is completely liquid. That means it's immediately bioavailable. That means that all that stuff that was running through my dad has a chance to get absorbed. Okay, so I guess long story shortish, he was on the products for about a month and a half, and he called me up all kinds of excited because he was back to a normal bathroom routine, which was a pretty big deal. And he also, no more gout. The gout was gone. My mom, I got her on it because she figured out it helps with blood sugar, and she was diabetic and had, she was on metformin, and her A1C was climbing up the ladder and stuff. And a year later, she is off of all of her metformin. Her A1C is down in the low 6s, where it's supposed to be, and her lipid panel looks better than it has ever looked. Her doctor literally is like, what are you doing? Which is good, because that's when she's going to bring me to get to talk to him. My husband used to have high blood pressure. He does not. I used to not sleep worth a darn at night, and I do now. And I also have chronic back pain, which is not bothering me unless I run out of sunset. Don't ever run out of sunset. It's a bad idea. But the really fun thing about this whole thing is actually that I'm no longer allergic to network marketing. The amount of personal growth that I've done, I've been able to reach a Ruby position, which replaced my teacher salary. I drive a nice BMW X6, which looks really great in my driveway and goes really fast. And I've gotten to help people overcome fibromyalgia. I've gotten to help people overcome lupus. And how powerful is it that you get to hang out with the most amazing people you've ever met and get inspired by them and get to make a huge impact in people's lives. So thank you, and back to Max.
The guests in the room, I'm sure you can see, obviously, the product's working. And what I do have to say about that too is, what's cool about this product is it caters to everything. You know, it's not one niche market. You know, you look at a lot of other companies out there, it's going to be one thing or the other. You know, you're going to get the question all the time, is it weight loss? It's not weight loss. However, there are a ton of testimonials where people are losing weight because of this product. There's also a ton of testimonials where people are gaining weight who need to gain weight, because all this product does is put your body at the optimal state. So it doesn't matter if you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, black, white, male, female, young, old. It does not matter who you are. Everybody on the face of the planet needs to be on Kyani to either prevent something from happening or to help with something that they're currently dealing with. So absolutely amazing. So that's the product. That's the superstar. And again, now into the business side. So this was the very first slide that my mentor showed me. He said, Miles, where do you want to be? Clearly, I want to be over here in Bora Bora, right? Or Maldives or wherever this is. But I had no idea what this even was. And I asked him to explain to me. He said, Miles, 95% of the world is working paycheck to paycheck, or what we call linear income. Now, paycheck to paycheck does not necessarily mean that you're broke. But what it means that you're going to work, you're getting paid, right? You clock out, you're not getting paid, right? The 40-40-40 club. Go to work, 40 hours a week, 40 years, hopefully retire 40% of your income. Now, most of us, we understand retirement these days, it's not happening, okay? Especially for my generation. Okay, they say college graduates now do not even have a chance of retiring until at least the age of 75 if they go into the corporate world, which I don't even believe that's true, because they all say Social Security will be gone by 2033. Okay, this is the world that we live in. See, most of us refer to this as the rat race, right? See, my mentor told me, Miles, if you have a job or an income that depends on you being there, you're in trouble, because as soon as you're not there, income stops. That made sense. Because again, even as a claims adjuster, I was doing very well for myself. But I was working 80 plus hours a week. And if I didn't work 80 plus hours a week, I wasn't getting paid for 80 plus hours a week. If I wasn't jumping on roofs, measuring those roofs, running those claims, I was not getting paid for those claims, right? See, that's linear income. So I asked David, I said, how do I get the 5%? He said, Miles, 95% of the world work for the system at the 5% run, leverage income or residual income. For the work you do one time or for a period of time, you're getting paid over and over and over and over. And I mean, that made sense. And I always encourage everybody, if you don't have some sort of residual income, you need to find residual income. Even if you decide not to do Kyani, which I really highly suggest everybody do, even if you decide not to, find residual income. I'm telling you, it will absolutely change your life. In fact, a month and a half into this business, me and my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, but we went on a vacation, spent a ton of money on this vacation, missed work for an entire week, so I wasn't getting paid, right, linear income. But I came home to more money in my mailbox than I would have made at work and more than I spent on vacation. So I made a profit on vacation. And that's whenever I saw the power of this business. And that's really whenever I decided to really buckle down and start treating it the way that I should have. And so now you may be wondering, you know, what is it? First of all, let me back up for a second. This is not the typical thing that you've heard of before, okay? We're not one of those companies where you're ordering a whole bunch of products, stacking it in your closet, your pantry, your garage, whatever it may be, and having to go door to door trying to sell it, okay? In fact, by the way, this isn't sales. Okay, it's where a lot of people misunderstand what Kyani is all about. It's not sales. Now, if you're good at sales, of course, it will benefit you. It's not sales. Okay, it's marketing. We share the product. We share the product with people that want it, people that need it, people that want it. They are interested in the business. Okay, our compensation plan pays out 52.4% on every single dollar. I think this is all on the slides here, actually. Pretty close to it. So 54% on every single dollar, which is unheard of in this industry. Okay, industry this is 20% more than any of our competitors, and shoot, I don't even know. It's a lot more than anybody. Okay, so our company is, as you see here. Okay. But again, like I was saying, you know, we don't front load, okay? You know, we don't hold inventory. Somebody wants to order the product, they go to your website. That kind of gives you, by the way, which is worth millions of dollars in itself. They give you the website, they go to your website, they order the product, Kyani does all the shipping, all the handling for you, you get compensated for it. To give you an idea how powerful this is, my business last month did $1.3 million in revenue. I had zero headaches of a traditional business. No inventory, no overhead, no brick and mortar, no employee costs, no warehousing, manufacturing, none of that. All that was done for me. All I did literally was share this business and share this product like I am right now. What's cool about it is we have so many different ways of building this business, right? And you're going to see an amazing system on how this thing works. So, but anyway, so no inventory versus front loading, okay? Customer driven versus recruiting, okay? Recruitment focused only. Okay, support system, which this is my favorite thing about Kyani, is it's set up to a way in a way to where it's literally 100% a team sport. Okay, I always tell everybody, look, when you're new to this business, you have one job, and that one job is to put me to work, to put one of the leaders to work. We work for you. This is not one of those things where you get into this thing and good luck, figure it out on your own. It's not like that. In fact, it's very simple. You literally do one thing, and that's put us to work. Let us work for you, and then it builds out. So you'll kind of see how that all works. And another thing too, it's all about significance, like we said before. So now going into the company, what Kyani is all about. So again, Kyani is an international nutraceutical company. Nutraceutical being opposite of pharmaceutical, right? As you know, all natural, organic, non-GMO products. Okay, we started in 2007. We're based out of Idaho Falls, Idaho. Okay, we're in over 65 countries. What's cool about this, though, is we're brand spanking new to the United States. Now you ask, okay, how is that possible? We launched in 2007 based out of Idaho Falls. In 2007, the focus on the launch of Kyani was overseas in Europe and Asia. The reason why is because in Europe, any which way you look, you're in a different country, perfect for network marketing. Asia, billions of people, perfect for network marketing. Overseas in Europe and Asia, they're all about the all-natural, organic, non-GMO lifestyle, and they're all about network marketing. So that's where the focus was in 2007. August of 2014, two gentlemen came together to relaunch the United States. A gentleman named Mark Davenport and a gentleman named Scott Bolch. These are two names you guys want to remember. Mark Davenport sold the largest direct sales company in the history of Europe. Okay, he lives in Dubai. He's created over 300 cash millionaires in his lifetime, me being one of them. Okay, to give you another idea how powerful this guy is, he charges $15,000 for 1 hour of consulting over the phone. Okay, this is who we're partnered with. This is who's personally mentoring us. But Mark Davenport found Scott Bolch. Scott Bolch is the marketing guru behind We Buy Ugly Houses, which I'm sure you guys have seen the billboard. They're all over Houston. But that's Scott Bolch. Mark Davenport found Scott Bolch, wanted to use Scott's marketing software to relaunch. Ideally, he wanted to relaunch in either LA or New York for population reasons. Come to find out, he lives in Frisco, Texas, where I'm from. And that's why we're the first ones to hear about it. And to give you an idea, once you hit a certain rank in this compensation plan, you get a car allowance. We have 2,500, actually more than 2,500 cars just in Dallas, Texas. We have here in Houston, how many? Less than 50. And I say that for the guests. I want y'all to understand how wide open this market is and where Houston will be very soon. So you get to override all that. Very exciting timing. But that's where we're at. We're a $250 million company, which obviously is a massive, massive, massive company, but we're projected and on track to becoming $1 billion company by the end of 2020. Okay, so we have a lot of really exciting stuff about to launch in May. I can't say anything, but anyway, so $250 million company, less than 1% market penetration here in the United States. Nobody knows what Kyani is. I'm sure for the guests in the room, you probably had no idea what Kyani was until the person that invited you told you about it. So very exciting stuff. But now what I really want to talk about is I want to talk about our founders, okay? Because the foundation that Kyani's laid on is really why we are who we are. Now you have Kirk Hansen, Jim Hansen. They own the largest privately owned gas and oil distribution center in the entire Western Hemisphere. We're talking about mega billions of dollars, multiple billion-dollar empires. Okay, you have Carl Taylor, who owns Idaho Potatoes, which is on the far right over there. Okay, Idaho Potatoes. So we're talking about mega billions of dollars. These guys have never failed in a business. They've never sold a business. They have never had to go public with a business. They've never even taken a dime out of Kyani. Kyani is 100% debt-free, which again is unheard of in this industry. Okay, so the foundation is huge here. I mean, this is literally seeing Apple before it became Apple, Google before it became Google, Microsoft before it became Microsoft, but knowing that's where we're headed because, again, our founders already have that perfect track record. And what's amazing about them as well is you will be able to meet them, shake their hands, talk to them. They literally mentor us, and it's amazing, most humble human beings you'll ever meet in your entire life. To give you an idea too, they're not like the crazy rich people that have like all the crazy cars like Ferraris and Lambos and stuff. Now they do have jets and helicopters, but what's cool about them is Carl Taylor has 5 mountain ranges. 5 mountain ranges. And the Hansens own 15,000 acres of elk refugee land in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Like, that's next level. You know what I mean? Okay, so getting customers. Okay, so here's a couple of customer incentives. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay, so customers can try the product for 30 days. You don't like it, fantastic. Call Kyani, get your money back. That's how much we back Kyani. Also, we have what we call Kyani Prime, which is just like Amazon Prime, where customers get wholesale pricing and free shipping. Okay, so this is really exciting to talk about because literally 6 months after we released Prime, our customer base increased by 9,000%. Now, the reason why I say that is because I want y'all to know our founders, again, they have not built multiple businesses to billion-dollar empires by accident. Like, they're genius. Like, this whole setup, whenever, especially when I dive into the company, you'll be like, wow, this is like mega genius. But pretty exciting stuff. So now, if you want to start making money with this business, here are the packages to get started. You have choose the fluorescent, the $3.99 package or the $5.99 package, and then you have the Triangle of Health as well, the $3.99 and the $5.99, and then the $12.99 you get both lines of business. Now you can build both no matter what, but this first initial package is going to give you one or the other. Now, again, I was telling you, we don't hold inventory. However, when you invest into this business, you are going to get enough product to start sampling out, start sharing with people to get your business off the ground. Okay, now I always tell everybody, if you have the financial means, the larger the package, the better. But what I will also tell you is do not wait around to save up for them. Just get in wherever the heck you fit in, because timing right now is way more important than what package you choose. Yeah. Okay. Now the differences though between them is obviously the package that you're getting, more product you're going to get with that upfront box. By the way, this is a one-time investment. This is not a multiple things. It's a one-time investment. Now you're in the business, but you get more product. Also, the larger the package, more importantly, is the more volume you get. Now, volume is how you hit rank. The higher rank you are, the higher percentages you get paid out on. So again, I encourage you, if you have the financial means, the larger the better. Personally, me, this is like my sweet spot, the $5.99 Triangle of Health, because this is like what I built my entire organization on. So that's my favorite. But that's those are the options. Now diving into the ranks and how the compensation plan works. So say you come into this thing and you bring in two business partners. Two business partners are going to put you at the rank of Garnet. Garnet pays on average about $75 a month. Okay. Now, say you hit Jade. Jade's the next position. Say one of those two business partners, they bring on a business partner. Now you're looking at 3, maybe 4 business partners in your organization. You're looking at $300 a month. You do this your first 31 days. You get a $200 fast start bonus at this position. So very exciting position. We have the J Factory here, which you're going to hear a little bit more about later. But if you're a J in the room, can you please stand up? Stand up and be recognized. Absolutely amazing. Love it. By show of hands, anybody want to make an extra $300 a month? And enjoy life, right? Amazing. Awesome position. I can tell you, Jade is the building block for everything. Without doubt, my favorite rank in this comp plan. You have Pearl next. Pearl's roughly 9 to 10 people collectively join your organization. You're looking at about $700 a month at that position. You do this your first 31 days, you're going to get a $500 fast start bonus. Okay. So if you're a Pearl in the room, can you please stand up and be recognized? Love it. Now Sapphire is the next position. This is actually tied for Jade. These are my 2 favorite, but Sapphire is powerful, and the reason why I call it the snowball position. This is where you get that car allowance. Okay, and again, there's 2 things that people have to see in this business. They have to see that they can trust you, and they have to see proof that the business is legit, and it's not just another one of those things that they've seen before. Now, anybody that you know when you're new to the business, anybody that you know, you already have the trust there. What you don't have yet when you're new is you don't have the proof. The proof is here at these meetings. The proof is me, right? That's why we say you put us to work, right? That's the proof. When you use your trust, our proof, we're unstoppable. And that's how we build this business. So the Sapphire position is exciting though, because when you get that car, now you have that proof. That's where all the negative naysayers, all the haters, all the people are like, those things don't work, or I'll believe it when I see it. When you're driving the new paid for kind of car, now they see it, now your business explodes and you rank all the way up and you just start flying. So again, Sapphire, you're looking at about $1,500 a month at that position. You get a $2,000 bonus just for achieving that rank. If you do that in your first 31 days, you get $1,000 no matter what after anytime after your first month. But again, we have over 2,500 just in Dallas at Sapphire. Less than 50 here in Houston. So if you're a Sapphire in the room, can you please stand up? Mr. Pitzel, would you please come up and give a testimonial?
Hello. I'm Brian Pence. I'm a conventional business builder. Started building companies actually when I was 15 years old. I'm currently involved with 6. when people see this, they don't quite understand. It's like $1,200. How many people in here have one of these? Yeah. People finance these things. I heard a guy the other day say he just bought one. It was $1,300. A $1,300 anchor on his side that he plays video games with, emails and texts. Won't make him a dime. Being a business owner, you always have to look at what you invest versus your ROI. ROI on this is unlimited. You can pretty much get in this $3.99 or $5.99. Mine started at $5.99 and it's made over $1 million, pushing 2. So there is no limit. The only limiting factor is you. Now, one of my companies, I mean, you're talking, I just had to spend $74,000 last Monday on a brand new concrete mixer. That's just so my company can keep producing concrete products because I have a very high demand. All you have to do is spend $5.99 one time. So when you look at an organization, you got to focus on a couple of things. First and foremost is the foundation. Who is running the show? If you've ever gone to a horse race, they say never bet on the horse, you always bet on the jockey. You can take $1 million horse and put a bad jockey on it and the horse will not win. You can take a mediocre product, which we don't have, we've got a Maserati, but we also have a very good jockey. So that's why it doesn't fail. So you got the best of both worlds here. You got a premium quarter horse, a bulletproof jockey that's steering the ship. And that is one of the most strong things that you'll ever do. When I look to buy a company, I always look at the product. I look at the owners and where has it gone and its potential. That's what you have to look at whenever you get involved with a company. This one, it's been going up for the last how many years, and I can tell you what, it's not going to stop anytime soon. So take the time, evaluate where you're at. I know a lot of people that make a lot of money. I know a young lady right now, she makes about $260,000 a year. Pretty good money. But guess what she makes when she doesn't go to work? Nothing. Car wrecks, sick, broken arms, broken fingers. If you can't work, your income goes to nothing. With this, you can sit at home. I actually just got back from Florida. I just bought a second home over in Florida. I've been over there for the last 4 days doing absolutely nothing but cleaning up my new house, and my income never stopped. It's not how much money you make, it's how you make it. Residual and passive is where you need to be. Because if you are exchanging time for money, you are in a very, very dangerous situation. So if you can find the $12.99, go for it. If it's $3.99, go for it. Like he said, don't save up. Hop in it, get with us, some of the leaders, and put us to work. You don't have to know what you're doing to make money at this business. You get in, you do what the system is laid out, you follow the system, you turn your people over to one of the leaders in this room. There's a pile of them in here, and we can help you get as far down the road as you want. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you, sir. So after Sapphire, you hit Ruby. Ruby on average pays about $3,500 a month. Okay, we have a couple Rubies in the room, right? If you're a Ruby in the room, can you please stand up?
Yeah, I'm kind of shy. Guys, thanks for coming tonight. I'm Kevin Reynolds. I'm a real estate agent here in Houston. Hence the reason I'm dressed the way I am. And one of the best records in the baseball right now, 1-0. Anyway, so I've been in real estate business, and it goes back to the same thing: is I'm injured, I'm hurt, I got no residual income. So when I saw this a couple of years ago, actually right at 2 years ago, I looked at it. I was not a big fan of network marketing. I've seen them all. Everybody, my friends and all go, man, you got to get in this. It's great and nice. No, I'm not doing it. Well, I met with Casey and Michael Board on about December 30th. And I said, let me try it. I'd been battling a sciatic nerve deal, and they were going to do surgery. And when I started taking it, I've had no surgery. So I continue to take it. And I'm with you on the don't miss your sunset, because when I do miss it, I'm running out. I had to call Joanne and say, can I borrow some? Because my leg hurts. It's flared up again. So, but that's better flared up than no surgery. I got started in this, like I said, the 30th or 31st of December. The 13th of January is my birthday. I hit Sapphire. 31st of January, I hit Ruby. It's hard work, but it pays off. It's nice. I get my residual checks coming in. I'm still doing my real estate. But it's nice to know when I want to take a vacation that no one's selling houses for me, but people are taking kayak. So I continue to get those checks coming in. So if you're on the fence thinking about this, it's a great opportunity for business, and not only that, for your health. But it lowered my blood pressure. They took me off my blood pressure medicine, lowered my diabetes. And I did lose a little weight. And I like to tell the story because I get a laugh at it when I do it. I know I lost weight, but it's like throwing a deck chair off the QE2. Only the captain knew his chair. But my pants were loose.
After Ruby, guys, you have enrolled $7,500 a month, get a $5,000 bonus just for achieving the rank of enrolled. Now you get to start going on all the retreats that Guyana takes us on, which, by the way, are totally next level, 5-star things you only see in magazines. Like, benefits of having billion-dollar founders. It's incredible. But that's Emerald. After Emerald, you have Diamond. Average pay there is about $14,000 a month. Your car allowance goes from $500 a month to $1,200 a month. So more exotic, crazier cars start coming to play at that position. So my mom's a Diamond. My dad's a Diamond. And again, they still do this ridiculously part-time. They just, again, they love the environment. My wife's position is also a Diamond. My mother-in-law is about to be a Diamond. Okay, so they call us the Diamond, or the Stallard dynasties. But so the whole team's winning. After Diamond, you have Blue Diamond. My sister's a Blue Diamond. My brother-in-law's a Blue Diamond. So you're talking about $26,000 a month on average at this position. You get a $25,000 bonus just for achieving the rank of Blue Diamond. Green Diamond is where I'm currently at. Average pay there is about $47,000 a month. Car allowance is now $2,500 a month. So just between me and my wife, we get $3,700 a month just to pay for our cars. So the car allowance here is definitely the most aggressive in the industry as well. Super awesome. Purple Diamond, average pay is $60,000 a month. David Nieves, Purple Diamond. Red Diamond, $5,000 car allowance. Double Red Diamond, $500,000 bonus. I'm sure everybody in this room probably would enjoy a $500,000 bonus, right? That's where Mr. James Bradford is. Black Diamond, $10,000 car allowance. Double Black Diamond. I mean, it gets ridiculous. $1 million a month, you get a $1 million bonus. I mean, it's nuts. That's where I said I told you we were going to throw out some crazy numbers here. But what's cool about this, guys, is this is a get in where you fit it. You know, if you want to make crazy money, of course that's there. You know, if you want to make, a couple $100 a month on top of what you're already doing, we can do that in no time. You know, it's whatever you want out of this business, we have it. Plus, you get to work with the right people, and it's a lot of fun. So that's that. Again, here's a bunch of the cars and just people winning here with Team Fusion. Yep. Sorry, I was just looking at all the where they were. Anyway, so Kaini loyalty bonus program. This is very powerful. Another benefit of billion-dollar founders. Okay, so just like a retirement plan, but it's not. So what this is however much volume you bring in that month, Kaini puts money aside for you. When you've been a distributor for at least 5 years, you turn the age of 60, you are now eligible to collect this money. But get this, it compounds at 10% every single year. Okay, this is huge. My dad would literally talk about this. My mom will talk about fluoresce all day long. My dad will talk about this all day long. Man, you should have seen Christmas Break. Like, he would not shut up about it. Like I don't know what it is, right? But here's why it's so powerful for him. He's been in Kaini for 3.5 years. In the 3.5 years that my dad's been in Kaini, he has more money in his loyalty bonus program than he does his entire life of retired. Wow. Okay, this is huge. In fact, and to say a lot of people miss this right here is why everybody needs to do Kaini. Everybody needs to do this because you'll never find any financial advisor I've ever talked to has joined Kaini specifically because of this, because they will say you'll never find anything that will even come close to this. Where my business is, personally, I don't even have my 2018 numbers yet, but just from a compounding at 10% every single year, I will have over $4 million in my loyalty bonus program when I turn 60 years old. I still have 32 years to build this with a compounding at 10% every single year. Is that not crazy? Like that's powerful. So Now, becoming a kind business partner, we have everything, guys. We have the online store. We have it all. You guys can read that. I would read it, but I'm just going to embarrass myself if I try to read it. You don't have to be smart to build this business, I promise. But guys, we have it all. You can build this however you want. You know, we have the old school, traditional belly-to-belly, face-to-face way of building this business, kind of like we are right now. Me personally, I like that way because I like meeting new people. However, I'm actually a very introverted person. Most people would be surprised to hear that, but I am. But when it comes to this business, I'm kind of in like my element, like my bubble. So I enjoy talking to people here. But you have that way, but we also have our online way and our online system, which is very streamlined. You build it anywhere in the world. Again, I do business in over 37 countries. Obviously, I've never been to almost any of those countries other than a few of them to build this business, right? So it's a new way of building network marketing. You know, and this is what sets us apart from the rest of the industry. Our name is Team Fusion because what we've done is we've fused online marketing with the old school traditional belly-to-belly network marketing. I like to say it like this is we are network marketing, but really we're online marketing with like a network marketing twist to it. I mean, our compensation plan is the only one of its kind. It's copyrighted. Nobody else even has anything close to it. So it's a totally different ballgame than what anybody's ever seen before, but that's why so many people are winning here. And now you have the training, the support. Like I said, you're in business for yourself and never ever by yourself. And again, this is 100% a team sport. It's not about what you do, it's about what we do together. I always say, look, if you're not a team player, it might not be the business for you. Now, if you are a team player, welcome to the team. We're going to have some fun. So, and we have 2019 International Convention, Salt Lake City, Utah. I can't wait.
Give us a hint.
It is, man, this will be hands down the best convention any of us have ever been to. Wow. For all the business partners that have been to a convention before, this will be we're releasing a lot of cool stuff. That's the biggest hint that I can legally tell you right now. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. If you're a guest in the room, let me tell you, you have never been on a vacation more fun than this. And this is where we'll literally take you from here to here in this business. Because of these conventions right here, I came into this wanting to just be a sapphire. $1,500 a month, drive a new car. That's literally all I cared about. Literally 11 months later, I hit the position of green diamond because of this right here. So you come out of this a totally different person. It's the personal development side of it. Absolutely amazing. So I encourage everybody, be there. By show of hands, who else is going to be in Salt Lake City? Oh, this would be fun. Awesome. And then we have our Caring Hands project, which is absolutely amazing. This is our charity. You know, Coyote is all about giving back. All about giving back. We have our potato pack pledge, which is Carl Taylor, right? Idaho potatoes. So we dehydrate potatoes, we pump full of minerals, vitamins, proteins. We ship them off to these countries where we feed starving families. One potato pack costs $25, feeds a family of 5. And what's cool about this too is you can build your entire business just from this if you chose to. So this is our third line of business here. But what's also cool about this is we do mission trips. We go to these places, we build houses, we build schools. In fact, I just got back from Tanzania not too long ago where we fed 1,400 kids who are lucky to have even one meal a day. And man, I encourage you, jump on one of these mission trips as fast as you can because they literally sell out within, literally the last one sold out in less than a minute. That's how fast they sell out. So, but if you know a guy, you might be able to. So just talk to me. But absolutely amazing. Like you did again, Coyote is all about making a difference. And when you meet the founders, because of the founders, that is probably the biggest reason I am so diehard Coyote is because who our founders are. Just they're all about. I mean, that's Carl Taylor right there. We've got everybody in the room. So, this is really cool too. So we have our water well. So whenever we were in Tanzania, we saw they had no clean water at all. So as soon as we got back, we raised enough money to build a water well in Tanzania as well. In fact, we partnered with my nonprofit to make that happen as well. So it's amazing what Coyote stands for and what we're all about. So my part is finished. So I'm glad you guys got to hear this. I'm glad I got to share this with you guys. I know I was pretty heavy on the financial side, the business side. But again, I joined this business because of that. I'm in this business because of what it's doing for people. I've seen the most amazing, most incredible testimonials. I was in North Carolina not too long ago. After a presentation, this lady comes up to me, bawling her eyes out, just saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for saying yes, thank you for saying yes, thank you for saying yes. And because I said yes, through me, through somebody, and so on and so on and so on, she got her hands on this product. She gives it to her 15-year-old son who has autism. For the first time in 15 years, they've been able to do things that they've never been able to do before. He was at that meeting, and I had no idea anything was even going on. And that was about 2 years into my Kyani journey. And I can tell you that was when it all clicked. And that's whenever I saw the significance, and I saw why we're winning and why this is where it is and where it's going. It's unbelievable. And, you know, just by you doing this business, you have no idea whose life you're going to change. And you have no idea how many lives you will change. You know, my biggest thing, what I'm mostly grateful for, the leadership and the mentorship that I've gotten from this business and from the people that have brought me into this business. I'm just thankful they said yes. Because if they didn't say yes, I wouldn't be here. I want to, if I could just like give you my last like 3.5 years of being in this business, man, y'all would, it's the most beautiful thing in the world in so many different levels. So thank you guys for hearing me. But what I want to do is I want to bring up my business partner, a mentor of mine, absolutely amazing gentleman. I mean, he's on the cover of two magazines because he's a beast at this business. But absolutely amazing individual, heart of gold, cares literally more about everybody else. Never seen somebody literally serve, always put himself on the back burner to make sure everybody else is taken care of. And this is this gentleman that I'm bringing up right now. So if you guys can, please stand up, get loud, get crazy.
So cool. So very, very cool. He did such a good job on that, man. I'm ready to sign up again.
Do you sign up under me?
Let's do this, man. Oh man, yeah, I'm fired up. That was a great presentation to be able to explain everything about what we do. What I want to do is I want to put this last slide up in front of you and share with you. You've seen the company, you've seen the amazing product, and when people see that, they see the price to get started. Brian did a great job mentioning this, so did Miles. It's not that difficult to get going with this. Where you're at probably right now is, that's great for all of them. This is going to work, and it's obviously worked for them. Is it going to work for me? Is this something that I can do? And what I want to make sure is that I show you the process and how we actually do this. You've heard it many times, put us to work. Let us do a lot of this for you. And that's exactly what this is about. This is about having a conversation. When somebody invited you to come here, they probably didn't spend a lot of time explaining the whole thing to you. They actually probably had a conversation with you. And when they had that conversation, they found out what was important to you. And when they heard that it was important to you, they might have asked, is that something that you'd like to address, rectify, fix? How long have you been dealing with that? Is that something that you want to fix? And you probably said yes. And they said, great. I need you to come take a look at some information. Or I need you to put you in touch with somebody to see what this is all about. That's where we go to work for you. And that's what I want to show you in this process here in this silly little picture. But it's very powerful of what's in this picture because this is everything that we do. This is everything that you have to do in this business. So first off is when you get started in this business, it takes 5 minutes. It's a one-time fee, as he explained. And when that happens, you get a metaphorical, you don't actually get a dump truck that shows up in your phone. That would be weird. But you get this metaphorical dump truck. And what you do is you have conversations with people all day long. And when you talk to them, sometimes they've mentioned to you in the past, I don't feel so well. How you doing today? I didn't sleep all that great last night. Has that ever happened to anybody in the room, right? When that happens, you're having a conversation, and what you do is you're flipping this light switch on, and you're focusing on the other person. You're not trying to sell them something. You're having a conversation. You're finding out what's going on in their life. Oh, you didn't sleep too well last night. I'm sorry to hear that. How long has that been going on? It's been going on for 2.5 years. This is my story that I was telling. 2.5 years, not sleeping. That's something that you want to fix, or you want to keep dealing with that? That was the question. That's this part right here. When you ask somebody, hey, You've been dealing with that for a while? Is that something that you want to fix? Because have you ever talked to somebody that said they were having a bad day, but they don't actually want to fix it?
Yeah.
they're just griping, right? We've all done it. I've done it. But what we want to do is we want to find out, is that something that you want to fix? So we weigh it. That's the second step that you do. You focus on them. You weigh what it is they're telling you. Do you want to fix it? They say, yeah, I'd like to fix that. Wow, what do you got? And then what you do is you pull this lever and you send them, that's them. This is the raw material coming out of your dump truck on this conveyor belt. And it goes into the factory. And then when you pull this lever, it goes to one of us. It goes to the next workstation. That's us. Mr. Stallard did come in here, did an amazing job of explaining that. One of the best you'll ever see, not just in our company, because he's the best in the company, but in any company. And I've looked at a lot, and I've been in this industry for a long time. Unbelievable. You don't have to do that. You probably can't do that. That's okay, because he does that. So what do? Is you pull that little lever and you send it to the next workstation. So have a conversation, find out what they've got going on, see if they'd like to fix it, and say, I got somebody you need to talk to. Can everybody get that process? Can you all do that?
Yeah.
Welcome to the team. So you know you got something amazing, and then you probably have a destination that you want to get to. There's something that you want to achieve. There's something that this is going to do for you. Is it going to impact your significance? Is it going to impact your wealth? Is it going to impact your health? Maybe more time. I'm 42 years old and I just retired 2 months ago from corporate America. I ran a corporate division of 42 project managers for a $16 billion chemical company. I don't have to do that anymore. Now, I like that part. I didn't like the politics. I don't have to deal with that anymore. We are able to handle all of this for you because that's what we do. What do? You drive this dump truck around. You're having conversations with some people. You flip the light switch and focus on them. You see if they're serious, and you pass the ball. Now, what happens if they're not serious? What if they're just complaining? Well, that's what this river's for. You'll notice that we have a little river behind the factory. We pollute the river with them, okay? Now, I didn't say we send them off to the fiery pits of hell. I just say we send them down a little lazy river here. Because this might not be something that people want to fix. They might not want more time or more money or more significance. They're good with what they're doing. Cool, man. Keep doing what you're doing. We've got something. You've heard everything he said. Where we're positioned. We're not begging. We're not asking. We're sharing. We're seeing, does this fit? If it does, let's go. If not, cool, man. We'll just send you on down. Now, here's what's neat. In about 3 months, we're going to check with you again. Because guess what? Everybody's life changes every 3 months. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick you out of the lazy river. We're going to put you back in the dump truck, and we're going to send you through again and see, hey, you want to take another look at that? I do. Why? I just lost my job. My kid got sick. I don't have any time to go do what I want to. Life changes. And that's the powerful thing. So know that we're here. And if you saw something, jump on board with us because we're impacting a lot of lives. We really, really, truly are. So if you saw something here, you've got a couple different options on how you can get started. He mentioned if you just want to be a customer, awesome. No problem. We love our customers. We're here to help with that. You have 2 different ways you can be a customer. You can just try it. Try it for 30 days. He mentioned the money back guarantee. I'm going to add on to that. If you don't like it, you ship it back. I'll pay for your shipping and handling too. I'll round up. Worst case scenario, you're going to make money or you're going to feel better. It's not bad. It's not a bad offer, right? Or you can get it for cheaper with the Prime, be a Prime customer. That's awesome. Get free shipping on it and a discounted rate. Or you say, you know what? I've seen this. Let's do this thing. I might not understand what you meant with that dump truck thing, but I kind of got the idea that I talk to people, ask them some questions, see how they're feeling. And then if they want to fix it, I got a guy I can talk to. I get that part. If that's all you need, that's all you have to do. That'll get you to Ruby. That'll get you to $3,500 a month easy. You want to go beyond that? There's probably some more work you're going to need to do, but you can get to Ruby with that, just following that part of the system. That's powerful. So if you see that, jump on board. And to wrap it up, I'm going to share a video with you. And it's very similar to what he was mentioning with the Carolina story. Because his mentor, my mentor in this business, if he hadn't have shared this and said yes to what he saw with this little guy I'm going to show you a video on, wouldn't have gotten this product. So now that you've seen what we do, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. And I tell everybody I'm going to get shirts made up. It's not about you. It's about the other person. You've seen this. You run across somebody that could use this, but you don't have the means or ability to be able to share it with them. or you choose not to, think of the people that won't hear about this. You're here for a reason. Now, if it's not for you, I get it. But if you're on the fence, think about that. Have that be something that you consider. And I'm very passionate about that because I think about the opportunity cost of what would have happened if we were talking about it at dinner last night. What would have happened if we would have said no? We both kind of got the shivers a little bit. It's scary to think about the lives that we would not have been able to impact if we would have said no. So consider that also when you're factoring this in, when you're watching this video.
Let me see if I can start over here.
Thanks. I clicked the wrong button, I think.
I think you did.
I broke it.
You broke it.
Yeah, retired IT guy. That's okay if it doesn't come up. I'll tell the story. Guile, young kid, probably what, 7 years old, gets diagnosed with a brain tumor. They have to go in and do surgery. He's at St. Jude's, barely makes it through. Chemotherapy, everything that goes with that, destroys the radiation that they're having to put him through, destroys his vocal cords. They don't think he's ever going to speak again, walk again, talk again. Pretty rough case. The mom is talking with another lady, and this lady happens to be in Kayani because our mentor, Mr. David Nieves, happened to have a chat that led to this lady joining. She saw the presentation, said, let's do this. She's having a talk, says, you need to look into this. I believe this will be able to help your son. Can't feed it to him. They got to put it in his feeding tube because that's how he's getting nutrition. Kid's trapped in his own body. Starts having the product. A month and a half in there, is finally able to utter the words, I love you, to his mom. I'm using it in the other room because I started getting emotional. I got 4 kids. I think about that as, good Lord. I usually don't lose my business like this because I don't talk about this part. But that's what we have our hands on. Kids able to now walk unassisted, and you'd see that in the video. That's what we get to do. Can't believe I'm getting an emotional mess up here. About to get this under control. Think about that. It's, the money's awesome. It's incredible. The time is incredible. But the impact is what it's all about. So with that, again, sorry for this. This is ridiculous. Don't worry. Consider how powerful this could be in your life. Be a part of what we have. Get a spot to be able to have the opportunity to share this. It's insane what we can do with this business. So with that, I'm gonna stop crying up here. I'm gonna go get a drink of water. If y'all got any questions, don't go home and ask your broke brother-in-law sleeping on your couch, watching reruns of American Idol right now, if they know anything about Kayani. Pretty certain that they don't. Get the information, get your questions answered here. If we miss anything, ask us. Ask Mr. Stallard, ask me, ask any of the leaders that stood up earlier about their experience with this and what it's done. And they'll be able to share it with you. And if you see something, let's go blow this thing up and change the world. All right, we got to be out of here at 8:45, so we got plenty of time to talk. And then after that, if anybody'd like to, we're going over to Redfish to have a late dinner. Mr. Sallard's in town, so we're going to get to hang out with him. And if you'd like to join us on that, just ask us where that will get you directions to it. But again, my name's Casey Salzi. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
That's why I don't always that on there.
So,